Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Irina. I live in Los Angeles, California, and I work in fashion industry as a technical designer. I realize that many people don't know what technical designers do. They don't know that profession even exists. In my video, I'm going to tell you what are the main job functions of my profession, what I do during the day, and if you watch my video to the end, I will share what are the pros and cons of my profession. Technical designer belongs to product development team within the fashion company. So when fashion company starts business, usually it has very few people working within a fashion company team. But as the company grows, it has more departments within the product development team. And those departments include a designer, technical designer, product development, production, merchandising, maybe some more departments. But in a small company, sometimes designer can perform all these functions. A technical designer profession emerged in the 90s when United States started moving all their production offshore, and also they moved pattern makers overseas. But before that, a fashion company had a designer and pattern maker within one company. And these days, these pattern makers are located somewhere in different countries and they probably don't even speak English. And the designer needs a help from a technical designer to communicate the aesthetic and the fit of the garment with the pattern maker offshore. And a technical designer does that communication through technical package. Technical package is a very important document for a company that works with overseas factories. Technical package is like a blueprint of the garment. It's a document that includes all the components of the garment, all the specifications, measurements, grading for different sizes, technical illustration with different callouts and different stitches and different trims. And that document is sent to overseas factories, and this way the factories can understand how to make the garment. I'm going to create another video sometime in the future where I explain what technical package is and what it includes. Basically, technical designers are engineers in the fashion industry. If a fashion designer is responsible for the aesthetic look of the garment and the line, then technical designers are responsible for the comfort, functionality, a good fit of the garment, and also technical designers need to have a very clear understanding how to make the garment. In order to be a technical designer, you need to have certain skills. You need to have very good understanding of pattern making, very good understanding of clothing construction, sewing, different stitches, very good understanding of fabrics and how fabrics drape. Also, you need to know very well how to do grading for different sizes. Also, technical designers need to know certain programs. In smaller companies, they work in Excel, but in bigger companies, they have PLM programs, they use Illustrator, sometimes they use Photoshop for editing pictures and drawings. A very interesting fact that technical design and technical packages actually originally came from aerospace industry, because if you need to make an airplane, you need a good engineer and a very good drawing with specifications and components and very, very precise information that's put in a technical package. Technical designers need to have problem-solving skills. Also, they need to have very good attention to small details, and they should be able to work in a very fast-paced environment. Because in the fashion industry, you need to work fast, and as a technical designer, you have to be precise with your measurements. Depending on the company, a technical designer can have different job functions. For example, in a bigger company, technical designer probably going to have less job functions. In a smaller company, a technical designer might wear different hats and perform job of different departments, including production or product development. The main function of a technical designer is to create specifications for the garment. When a fashion designer creates a sketch, he passes it to a technical designer. And technical designer reviews the sketch with the fashion designer, and they decide and discuss what kind of trims and closures the garment is going to have. They're going to discuss the fit, the intention of the fit of the garment, and the aesthetic look. And based on this communication, technical designer creates measurements for the garment, and the technical designer sends these measurements to overseas factories where they're going to make a first prototype sample. One of the very important but least favorite functions of a technical designer is be able to measure the garment. Measuring garment is very tedious work, and it requires a lot of attention and numbers, but it's the only way to control and see if the factory did the garment the way you wanted them to do it. Another important function of a technical designer is attending fittings. Usually technical designers lead fittings. So when you receive that first prototype from a factory, you need to put it on a live model and see if the garment looks aesthetically pleasing, if it's functional, if it has a good balance, a good fit, and all that information how to improve the garment is input into technical package. And usually a technical designer uses measurements, photographs, diagrams to explain how to change and improve the fit of the garment. One of the main things that I like about my job is problem solving. Technical design, and actually design also, it's a profession where you have to solve a lot of problems, especially when the production overseas now. There are a lot of things that can go wrong because the communication is more complicated now. So I like if there is a problem, I like to think how to solve it, and when I solve it, I really enjoy the result. For example, when you receive that first prototype sample and you realize it doesn't look anything what you actually wanted it to look, you work hard with the factories to improve it and change it, and you request many samples and you do many corrections, but in the end, when the product looks good and it ships to the customers and you see it in the store and it looks amazing, believe me, it gives you amazing feeling. I also enjoy wearing the clothes that I worked on, and I'm very proud of it. So one of the great perks of working in the fashion industry is getting free clothes. What I don't like about my profession. Like I mentioned before, fashion industry is very fast-paced environment. So you have to sometimes work very fast, long hours, under pressure, and you have to be precise in order not to make mistakes. So sometimes it can be a little bit stressful. In my next videos, I will tell you more about the processes of technical design. Thank you very much for watching my video. Please don't forget to like my video, to subscribe to my channel if you want more information about technical design and fashion industry and fashion in general. And I will see you soon.